What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Real quick, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and the subscribe button and click that notification bell so you'll be notified when I post another video. It's a free and great way to support the channel, so you might as well just do it. And let's get right into it. A recent article from Cointelegraph says crypto salaries are becoming a popular way to attract young talent. And let me tell you, I don't know how many times I've asked people or survey people about whether or not they would rather get paid in crypto versus getting paid regularly, because I believe the average salary right now, it's $65,000. So if you're making below $65,000, then you're, with the inflation rate, you're actually getting paid less every year if you're not getting paid at least an average of $65,000, which there's a lot of people that I know that aren't getting paid $65,000. And the only way to actually reverse that is if we get paid in crypto. Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, Cardano, just getting paid in crypto. Because if you get paid in crypto, I can guarantee you what you get paid would nearly double, if not triple, if not 5x. I just thought that was interesting because, we have athletes that are now getting paid. Like if their salaries were, let's say 50 million, right? If their salary was 50 million and they're getting paid in Bitcoin, let's just use Bitcoin, per chance. If they're getting paid in Bitcoin, right? Their whole salary, let's say 25% of their salary. No, sorry, let's say 50% of their salary. Let's say if they're getting paid $25 million in Bitcoin, right? By the time Bitcoin goes, let's say it goes to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, they would have nearly added a few, if not 10 million. I'm just throwing numbers out there, folks. They would have added $10 million more to their NFL contracts, to their NBA contracts that they didn't even have to sign for because they opted to, get paid in Bitcoin, our Ethereum, our XRP. That would be absolutely insane. Do you know, let's just say if one of the top athletes said, oh, well, I want to get paid in XRP, and they hold it past the lawsuit, they would be the richest and wealthiest NBA athlete out there. Or let's just say if the average person that makes $25,000, $30,000, let's say if they make $25,000, $30,000, I don't know if that's the average where I'm at, but I'm just throwing that number out there. But let's just say if they choose to get paid in XRP, right? And we know that XRP is a ticking time bomb ready to explode to the upside. If they got paid in XRP and chose to get paid in XRP and they hold, and once they settle, deem XRP a non-security, and or Ripple just wins flat out, they would have nearly, let's just say, quadrupled, if not 10x or 12x their salary. They would no longer be in the poverty line. They would no longer be below average. They would be well above the 65,000 range. But that's just my take on it. It says here, athletes and politicians have made headlines as they opt to get paid in crypto earlier this year. Now, in an attempt to attract a younger workforce, companies are starting to offer crypto salaries. A recent article with two different cases where young talent is paid in crypto. University student Stephen Gertz, artist Tiana Brown decided to receive their pay in cryptocurrencies. Garrett works part-time at a tech startup while Brown sells digital art in exchange for Ether. It says there, according to Gertz, he's earned more than what he would have made in cash due to crypto price changes. See, that's what I keep telling you, folks. If companies, decide to let employees use crypto, get paid in crypto, it would change the game. It would change the poverty line. It would change the minimum pay. It would change just a lot of things. It would actually, I guess you can sort of say, bank the unbanked. in like a gray line underlining way, because now you're taking families that necessarily, would make $15,000 to $20,000 and you pay them in crypto. That would possibly take them out of debt. That's what we as millennials, like to look at, because it's like, okay, well, what can this job do for me? Well, what are the perks? Oh, you get paid in crypto? Okay, I'll take it. And it's just one of those things where crypto is starting to become a household name. I mean, in 2021, the article says many reports have shown that athletes are getting paid in crypto in August. In August, soccer star Lionel Messi received fan tokens for his deal with Paris. With Paris Saint-Germain. In November, National Football League players, the NFL, OBJ, and Aaron Rodgers chose to accept crypto payments. The former said he would take his full NFL salary in Bitcoin, while the latter would receive only parts of his salary. It doesn't matter, folks. It starts. And then we got people in Congress. We got governors and mayors, deciding to, get their paychecks in Bitcoin. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely amazing. Adoption is here. It's no longer of a matter of, oh, well, what if this, what if that? No, it's no longer of what if. It's a matter of if you can see it with your own two eyes. It's absolutely here. It's unstoppable. No force will stop it. No government will stop it. That's the adoption and the acceleration of crypto. They might be able to stop whether or not you get paid in crypto or not, but adoption is here, and the only thing governments can do is like it and actually develop the fundamental and the right laws that actually protects retail investors and the institutional investors. But that's my take on it. I know, the company that I work at, I know that if they say you can have your salary in Bitcoin, I would take it. Like, I would literally take it within the blink of an eye, because I can guarantee you that following week, if not the next month, I can guarantee you whatever I decide to take in crypto, that paycheck for that time would be way more valuable than what my paycheck would be every Thursday or every Friday. I can guarantee you that's just how crypto is. It's just, you have to know what you hold. You have to know what you want. And companies do need to move forward in, this type of technology and this type of way of actually paying their employees, because most of the employees, right now are millennials. I'm a millennial. I love technology, and therefore I want to get paid in a different technology type of way. But that's my take on it. We're going to move straight over. This is something that I thought was really interesting, and I don't know if this was actually being flashed in the news. But a Ukrainian bank uses Stellar to launch the Electric Hryvnia pilot. Ukraine's Ministry of Digital Transformation supports a Stellar-based private stablecoin project developed by a local bank. And for those that don't know, they would be using the Stellar blockchain, the Stellar blockchain. And the same person that actually helped create the e-Naira, a person by the name of Brian Pyypl is the one that actually helped with the e-Naira, and it's going to be the same person that's going to help with the actual Ukrainian Electric Hryvnia pilot. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, folks. But the difference between the digital e-Naira and the Electric Hryvnia is that it's actually going to be a stable coin, not a CBDC. But if you ask me, folks, I'm just going to say this: anything that's not USDC, not Tether, or any of those other stable coins, is a central bank digital currency. If it's made by a bank, it will be a central bank digital currency. I mean, the wording. So I guess the wording behind it I guess means that it'd be less regulated versus the actual CBDC. So maybe that's a way to get around it, by wording. But here the article says the Ukraine's Minister of Digital Transformation supports a stellar-based private stablecoin project developed by a local bank. Why don't you just say it's a CBDC? If it's developed by a local bank, then it's a CBDC, just like JP Morgan's JPM coin based off the Quorum network. I don't understand that, but it says here, Tiscoma Bank, one of the oldest, I think it's Tiscoma. It's one of the Tiscoma Bank. It's one of the oldest commercial banks in Ukraine. Is launching a stellar-based pilot for Ukraine's national fiat currency, the Hryvnia. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure how that is, but their local currency. The Stellar Development Foundation announced on Tuesday a private electronic pilot launched by Tiscoma Bank and fintech company Bit. See, that's what I'm saying, folks. Even though, because I had mentioned a few videos ago that there are certain companies that are ISO 20022 compliant, and Ripple, of course, is the only one that's compliant. But that doesn't mean that the Stellar Lumens XMLM cannot be used. And I say that because the digital asset known as XLM has been piloting CBDCs and stablecoins on their blockchain also. But there's no information on whether or not they're truly part of the ISO 20022 payment protocol system. There's just nothing on there, but they're continuing to go forward and push forward with CBDCs and stablecoins. It's just absolutely amazing, folks. It's absolutely insane. And here it says the electronic Hryvnia pilot is being implemented under the supervision of the National Bank of Ukraine and is supported by the Ministry of Digital Transformation. It says here, Lockster, which is the deputy of minister of the MDT, said that the pilot project will provide a technological base for the issuance of electric money, and used is the next key step to advance innovation of payment and financial infrastructure in Ukraine. Folks, this is amazing. This is great. I don't know if this slipped under the radar, but if banks are using the Stellar blockchain right now and it's a few, what do you think is going to happen with the XRPL, the XRP ledger? I do believe that they're going to talk to each other on the back end. I mean, they're pretty much made by the same person, and Stellar was pretty much not necessarily. It was pretty much a fork of XRP. The same characteristics, the same traits. The only thing is that the Stellar Foundation, the Stellar blockchain with XLM, is targeting smaller banks. Is actually for the people. I'm not saying XRP is not for the people, because they do have the developers and the side chains doing stuff too, but XRP wants and is targeting the bigger banks, the Forex markets, the Nostro Vostro accounts. So this is really exciting that that this is the first part that this is being partnered in. This happened in January. This is crazy, folks. The article then says the Ukrainian government has been actively exploring Stellar for digital currency implementations. So it says in January 2021, the MDT first partnered with SDF to develop a digital asset and infrastructure strategy for central bank digital currency. So this actually happened. So this literally took, 12 months to actually form a central bank digital currency or a stable coin. And I say quotation marks because I really believe that this is really a central bank digital currency, honestly. But, this is insane to me. This is amazing. And it's crazy because here's why I say that the Stellar blockchain is actually for the people. Because as you know, what was it, last year, Ripple had purchased shares and had some ownership of MoneyGram, so that way they could utilize XRP for cross-border payments. Well, now, since the lawsuit is going on and happened, they had to terminate their partnership for the time being. But the Stellar Foundation swooped up under the radar and started to partner with MoneyGram also. So one or two things that this could tell me. One or two things, and it could only be one or two things. One, MoneyGram was piloting XRP to see if cross-border payments would actually work on a smaller scale, hence smaller scale for other people. So then when it was time for XLM to be used, MoneyGram could then use XLM for these smaller markets and for their people. And once the lawsuit is over and XRP is declared a non-security but a virtual currency, maybe MoneyGram is going to use XRP also, but for the bigger transactions, lower cost, fast settlement times. That's just my take on it. Or number two, XRP was being piloted so they can see if it was safe for XLM, and then XRP is going to move on to something else. XRP is the actual test to see how it will work for other digital assets. That's just my take on it. I'm not saying that that's the full take, but that's just my two guesses. I do believe this is absolutely amazing for the Stellar blockchain and for the Ukrainian Bank. I'm going to call this the CBDC because any type of digital asset made from a bank that's not actual cash and it's a digital form of currency, it's a CBDC. That's just my thought on it. But one of the newses that actually stood out to me for this one was SEC Commissioner Eli Rosman will leave by the end of January. And boy, they are just dropping like hot flies, like hot cakes. I don't know what you call it, but they are dropping. And it's all because of our boy, good old Gary Gensler. Man, this just continues to happen because I could tell there is a shaken, there's dispute spouts, arguments within the organization, but nobody's just saying anything about it. Are they actually giving us clues because they don't agree with what Gary Gensler is doing? Many congressmen and people in governments, I can guarantee you, some believe that they can't win this case, but they're still pursuing it. Some believe that this case shouldn't even be happening. Some believe that the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit case is just dumb. Some believe that and I believe that this is just for money because they know that they don't have anything under or for Ripple. The whole thing is like, if you're going to charge a company, okay, charge them from 2013 to 2015, give them a slap on the wrist, and then let us be on our way. But no, greed is an evil thing. Pigs get slaughtered. That's the saying when it comes to greed when people are investing. And the more Gary Gensler wants money, the more they're going to be backing themselves up in a corner. Everybody that, that was for him is going to actually not be for him. And I guess my whole thing is that if instead of leaving, and I don't know if his term is up, term might be up or whatnot, or he may not be happy with what's going on, but I've never understood why the good people in office that don't agree with what a leader is saying leaves. You would think that instead of stepping down, you would still be there in order to stop what that other leader is doing, instead of letting that leader have its way and then stepping down. I don't know. That's just my take on it. I know if I was in a position like that, I would stay and guarantee that my point is come across until I'm either terminated are blackballed. I mean, that's just my thing. I don't necessarily believe you can terminate a commissioner because their term's not up yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that's just the type of person that I am. I'm not going, if something's going bad or if something that I don't like or an agenda is being set that I don't like, I'm not going to leave to let the other person's, continue to do his thing or her thing. I'm going to stay to make sure that they don't do their thing. But that's just my take on it. The article says Eli Rosman, one of 5 members of the Securities and Exchange Commission's board, has announced his intention to resign from the government agency. In Monday announcement, Rosman said he has sent a letter to President Joe Biden informing him of his decision to leave the SEC by the end of January 2022. The SEC commissioner said he would continue working with his colleagues to further our mission of protecting investors. There's that key term, protecting investors, maintaining fair, orderly, and efficient markets, and facilitating capital information until his departure. He knows something, folks. He knows something, and he does not like it. Rosman was sworn into office in September 2018 under the previous administration, and served as acting SEC chair from December 2020 to January 2021. See, I wonder where he's going to go to. That would be something, boy. That would be something if he went to Ripple, because this man was an acting SEC chair before Gary Gensler actually took office. And if he's actually stepping down, something is going on. I can guarantee you that this doesn't smell good. And if he goes to Ripple, just like the former U.S. Secretary Treasurer, whose name is signed on our money, on our dollar bills, our $100 bills, everything, just like she went to Ripple, if he goes to Ripple, that's it. That's game over. And it's already game over. That's just Michael Jordan coming down from his finals from Utah Jazz versus the Bulls, and Michael Jordan crosses over Brian Russell. Boom, game-winning shot. That is just the extra nail in the coffin right there. That is the nail in the coffin. And Hester Peirce actually sent out a tweet saying, Commissioner Rosman's work has benefited investors, the capital markets, the SEC, and our nation. I cannot overstate the privilege of serving alongside someone as humble and hardworking, patriotic, and principled. Folks, I'm telling you, things are going to change. Things are happening. This, for those that don't know, the article mentions this right here. Rosman's more known for a co-signed letter with the SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, known by many as Crypto Mom, criticizing Gensler for not providing clarification on crypto and the agency's regulatory agenda. That's what I tell people all the time. The only thing that the SEC is clear and known for is being unclear. The pair claimed that SEC being unable to formulate investor rules in digital asset space embottles fraudsters and hinders participants who want to comply with the law. Yeah, I do believe that, because that's all they talk about is, hey, well, come on in, we'll talk to you. Well, Coinbase said that they tried to come in, but they wouldn't give them the time of the day. So which one is it? Gary Gensler, do you want us to come in and talk to you? Or do you want to say that you're telling us to come in, but you're actually not? Because when we do come in, we ask you if this is a security, or if we should list it, and then you give us the answer of, I can't tell you. Like, make that make sense. We're asking you for help, but then you're telling me that you know the answer but can't tell us. This isn't a test. I can see if it was a test. Oh, can you tell us the answer to this? No, it's a test, but I can help you to come to that answer. They won't even help you come to the answer. Like, there's no test. But folks, there's going to be a test soon. There's going to be a Ripple test. Once this lawsuit is over, there would be a Ripple test. A Ripple test is going to have certain requirements of a digital asset that wants to be listed or that wants to be deemed a virtual currency. You heard it here, folks. It will happen. But that's all I got to say about that. We're going to move over to the price, and I'm going to let you go. Currently, we have the market cap at 2.25 trillion. We're picking back up. That is absolutely great. We are picking up, and I love it. We also have Bitcoin at 48,780, Ethereum at 4,027, Binance Coin at 531, Solano at $100.79, Cardano at $1.26, XRP at 89 cents. I'm going to say the other day it was 92 cents, but it is going to fly off through the roof. I'm telling you, it will. We got Luna at $83.10, Avalanche at $118.71, Polkadot $24.77, Dogecoin 17 cents, Shiba Inu at under a penny, still at the number 13 spot, Matic $2.29, Crypto.com at 51 cents. All right, everybody, that would do it for me. Please make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button and click that notification bell so you'll be notified any and every time I post another video. As always, stay focused, stay locked in. Peace.
So I want to turn to you. Thank you for a moment, Mr. Brooks. If you were king for a day and you were going to tell us, here's what you need to do to structure the regulatory framework, in a minute and 39 seconds, tell us what that would look like.
I mean, I can barely introduce myself in a minute and 39 seconds, Congressman. I come back to the concept of parity. I don't know why we believe that incumbent institutions are risk-free and anything new is highly risky. So if I have a platform built on a blockchain that is doing lending, I don't know why it's so hard for us to say that can participate in our banking system. If I decide that XRP is a security, why won't we let it list on a US exchange? The problem is we treat crypto assets differently from all other assets. And the answer is just recognize them for what they are. These are assets that represent some underlying activity. It could be a network, it could be an application. They have a value that people are willing to buy and sell at. Let them in. That would be my message.